Hey y'all. Hey. How y'all doing? Me, not so good, but I thank the Lord I'm doing better. So since Christmas, I might look like I just woke up, but I've been getting plenty of rest. Um, but I been like down for the count, y'all. I came down with some kind of bug. I don't know what it was, but it definitely tried to do me in. But I've been having my hand around his neck and had it in a chokehold ever since it tried to get me. And so I've been trying to do everything that I could to keep it from getting worse, um, day by day. So here's what happened. So on Christmas Eve, I came home that we went out and we went to a Christmas party. And I was all right, before I left and everything, but when we went to the Christmas party, we they had the Christmas party in the house, but then like we ended up outside. So it was sprinkling that day when of the Christmas party. And so we were outside, having a good time, and it moved from outside to inside because it started sprinkling or whatever. So we did end up getting wet a little bit, and we ate some breakfast for dinner or whatever for the Christmas party. So they had like cinnamon rolls and sausage patty, links, sausage, eggs, grits, uh, and whatever else they must have had. So at first I was thinking like, okay, no, okay, I'm jumping too fast. So I come home and I lay in bed, and only thing I keep feeling is my stomach just boiling. Like it's just like feel like something need to come up, and the more that I burp, I just feel the acid in my throat just trying to come out. So I'm like, dang, what's going on? Like, why am I feeling like I just need to puke? So I so anyway, I kept wondering like, why do it feel like I need to puke? My stomach, it was just boiling, and the acid was in my throat, and I couldn't even burp without the acid just keep coming out up through my mouth. And I'm like, no, like something ain't right. I need to just go ahead on and make myself throw up so all this can come up out of me, whatever it is, because if it's trying to come up, it need to come out. So now I was thinking that, was it the sausage that I was eating or something? The reason why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling, or what? I was thinking it was the sausage. So I got that up out of me, but I felt better. But then later on through that night, early that morning, I started feeling a little difference in my throat. So that right there led to how I'm feeling now. So if you seen my video from when we was opening gifts with the kids and stuff like that, you saw where I when I was cooking the soup and the chili, I think I was coughing or something in that video, but the cold had started coming on me. And so that was actually on Christmas Day. And so it started from there on Christmas Day. The well, I ain't gonna say it started from there, but like really kicking in. It started on Christmas Day. So when we had our get together that night, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So I couldn't even, continue to even drink anything like that. I had to just stop drinking and all that right there. I still had a good time. I did. But I had to stop drinking and everything. And I just got me some hot tea, and I just started drinking hot tea with um just plain hot tea and with a peppermint in it, and then I had the peppermint in my mouth while I was drinking the hot tea. So drinking that hot tea with that peppermint, it helped me feel better because it felt like the mucus was just building up in my throat. And it was getting so thick to where it just it's like it would have I probably would have ended up with a sore throat. It was something going on up in here. And so I finally, like, as time went on, I finally, told everybody, hey, let's go ahead on end it or whatever. It was already late. Let's end it. I need to work out on this cold. I'm not feeling good, and stuff like that. So we ended it. I came in the bed, got in the bed, and well, took my shower, got in bed and everything. Then now I'm feeling like I got the chills. So now I'm having the chills. I'm burning up, running a fever. Can't sleep because I got a fever. I done had a fever for a couple of days now, and I couldn't think of nothing, no reason how, or why I am going through what I'm going through unless I done got this bug that must be going around. It ain't the sausage now. So my husband, he go to the store, he get me some medicine or whatever. And so at this time, I needed the medicine because, matter of fact, let me rewind a little bit because that night when I laid down, before I laid down, I took me a shower and I rubbed down in some muscle rub. I took some ibuprofen and I rubbed down with me some icy hot. Wait, no, I rubbed down with some icy hot. I took some ibuprofen and I rubbed down with some Vicks Vapor Rub. That's what I rubbed down with because my body had started aching and I felt the fever coming on. So that's why I used the Vicks because my body, the fever started coming on. I had the chills, and then my body, it was just aching. Like when I tell you, all down my back, I was aching so bad. So I had my husband just rub my back down with the icy hot. Rub my back down. I rubbed my arms and stuff down with icy hot because I remember my arms hurting from it and everything. So I rubbed my arms down. I put the Vicks on my feet. I put some socks on my feet. Then once I did all of that, I got me some ibuprofen. I took the ibuprofen for the aches and pains in my body, and then I got up under the cover and I just snuggled up under the cover and I just tried to sweat it out, which could have been the worst thing I could have did. Which was the worst thing I could have did. So from trying to sweat it out, I'm telling you, my bed was soaking wet. And that night, let me see. Yeah, that night my husband slept with me. But then the next night, I didn't let him sleep with me because I was like, babe, I was like, no, I don't think you need to sleep with me because whatever's going on, it don't seem like it's right. I don't want you to catch this. It seems like it's something that's really, really contagious. I need you to stay out of my room. So this is what I've been doing. So for the past couple of days, this has been my best friend right here. These items here. These items here. This is what I used the first day. The chest rub and all of that. If you're not gonna stay in bed, I do not recommend you to use this. And I also don't recommend you to use this all over your body. If you do, then just put it on your feet, put some socks on, get up under covers. But other than that, don't put it all over your body because the sweating is gonna be torturous. Okay. The remote control, you're gonna need it because you're gonna be in bed. You're gonna need your rest. You're gonna need this gonna be your best friend, okay? You're gonna need you some icy hot because your body is gonna probably be aching. You're gonna have pains. You're gonna probably have soreness, so you're gonna need you some of this to rub down with to help with the aches and the pains. You're gonna actually deal with a little dehydration because of the sweating and stuff like that. So you're gonna need you some mints. I didn't grab the coffee, but I mean, not the coffee. I didn't grab my tea, and I didn't even have no special tea. I just had some regular old tea that you make sweet tea with. I didn't put no sugar or nothing. I just dropped the mint in it, warmed it up on a minute, and I drunk that. And I'm telling you, that's going to be a lifesaver for you because that tea, it just breaks up that mucus in your throat, and it really helps you. So drink that until you feel it breaks everything up, and you'll start coughing up a little bit more. Okay, so then disinfectant spray. I had to spray down my bed, pillows, everything, like constantly spray the room, the bathroom, all that to keep it sanitized and disinfected in here. I use Dayquil cold and flu because I don't like NyQuil, nighttime, nothing. I just don't like how it make me feel. But I made sure I got something that's gonna cover everything that I was feeling. Headache, fever. I didn't have the headache, but I did have an earache. Oh, let me tell you about that though. So the first day I had an earache, and when I tell you, oh my goodness, my ear was so sore on the inside. I don't even know why. So that was another one of the things I did was I took some hydrogen peroxide and I let my husband put some in my ear, and I just let it boil, boil, boil for a few probably like a minute or two, and then I dumped it out, and I did it in both ears. One ear, it was funny, I didn't even hear it in that ear. And so I did that, and then that right there took that soreness out my ear right away. So just in case you have like that soreness in your ear, use that. So anywho, this is what I'm using right here. And so even with taking this, I still had the fever. All right, so after running out of the ibuprofen, I started taking the Advil. This was just for pain and stuff like that, the soreness in the body. And you're gonna need you plenty of water. I'm telling you, because you're gonna be so dehydrated to where you're gonna need plenty of water and hand sanitizers because you're gonna be coughing in your hands and stuff. So make sure you sanitize your hands as much as you can. And this was the things that I needed to help me through. Now, after sweating for a couple of days, I was like, you know, you always hear that myth. Oh, you need to get in the bed. You need to sweat it out. You need to step under covers. You need to put your some sleeves on, stuff like that. You need to sweat it out. Let it sweat the cold out. Kind of find out that's just a myth. Sweating it out. I searched it and I was like, I'm one of the ones I gotta have my fans, so I had to go research that thing. I'm like, okay, do I really need to be rubbing down with this chest rub and stuff, rubbing my body down with this, getting up under the cover, honey, and just be sweating it out? And I'm over here just sweating. Oh, I'm tired of sweating. And the fever just never went away. I had the fever for 3 days. So after the third day of having the fever, I'm thinking to myself, this can't be good. It was kind of scaring me that I had a fever that long, because I know other things could go wrong with a fever. So I was like, this fever, it got to break. So I researched it, and it said that, you shouldn't sweat a fever out. Your body sweats because it's trying to reverse itself and go back to normal. And so the best thing for you to do is uh keep cool and wear cool clothing, and also have a fan or a cool rag towel or something like that to place on you to cool you down. Honey, when I seen that they said have a fan, oh, that's all I need to know. So I got up, I went and took me a shower, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna take me a cool shower this time. So I took me a cold shower, and I just stood there and I just let the water just hit me from the front to the back, just run on me, just all in crevices, just cooling my whole body down. And once I felt like my whole body just cooled down, I got out the shower, changed sheets on my bed and everything, the blankets, the pillows, sprayed it down with the disinfectant spray and everything. And um I got in bed. I got in bed and I turned my fan on, and I pointed it more towards the ceiling, but just enough for me to feel the little breeze of it. And that started bringing my temperature down. And ever since, I wasn't having those chills, because I know that once I started feeling the chills again, the fever was like, the medicine had wore off. So now it was time for me to take some more. And that was like the worst part of the fever, like those chills. One of the worst parts, the chills, and then even when I started sweating, like, I don't really know which was the worst, but to me, the chills was the worst at first, then the sweating was the worst. So either way, anywho, yeah, so that's what I was doing. So make sure you have your fan. I ain't gonna say an overhead ceiling fan because it may fill you up with a lot of cold, but if you got a fan on the side of the bed that you put on the side of you or something, use one of those, because that way you can get that breeze to keep you cool, to cool you down or whatever. And plenty of water. Did I say that? Drink plenty, 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 plenty. I cannot stress that enough. Drink plenty of water. I ate anything that I wanted to eat. I didn't stop eating because I know that I needed to eat. So I ate. Um, it didn't take my appetite. But I constantly drank water. I constantly took my medicine because I thought that this was going to help me. But what really helped me the most, what really made everything turn around for me, is when I took my cold shower. When I took that cold shower, that turned everything around for me and I started feeling better. So that's what I have been dealing with, y'all, for the past couple of days. I know y'all have been seeing me posting videos, but thank God for the arsenal that I had already, of videos. But yeah, I've been going through it over here, y'all. I really been laid up in this bed. I've been laid up in this bed. And my husband, even today, he telling me, like, you need to get up and get out of this bed. Like, no, I'm going to rest. I'm going to rest. It's been a couple of days and I've been right here in this bed and I ain't got nothing else to do and I'm not going to make myself do nothing. So I'm just going to lay right here and I'm going to rest until I feel well enough. So, yeah. I just wanted to come and tell y'all that, just to let y'all know. And if those of you that's going through what I'm going through, some things that you can do to help yourself pull on through, and don't let it get you before you catch a hold of it. All right. Y'all be blessed.